taking ownership of your narrative. Imagine your life not as a path already paved, but as a grand unfolding story, a narrative waiting for your unique touch. Too often, we find ourselves living out chapters written by someone else, or perhaps by the whispers of expectation that float in from the world outside. We might pick up pens handed to us by fear, by doubt, or by the well-meaning but ultimately misguided advice of others, allowing their ink to stain the pages of our own unfolding journey. But deep within, a quiet knowing stirs, a truth that reminds us we hold the ultimate power to shape every sentence, every plot twist, every triumphant ending. This is an invitation to reclaim that power, to gently take back the pen that belongs solely to you. Your narrative is not a passive tale to be observed, but an active, breathing creation, constantly being shaped by the choices you make and the perspectives you embrace. It's about recognizing that you are not merely a character in a predetermined play, but the playwright, the director, and the lead actor, all rolled into one magnificent spirit. Embracing this truth can feel daunting at first, a weight of responsibility, yet it is also the most liberating revelation you will ever encounter, unleashing an incredible wellspring of personal agency. Consider for a moment the stories you've been told about yourself, the labels society might have tried to affix, or even the limiting beliefs you've unconsciously adopted from past experiences. Have these narratives truly served your highest self? Or have they kept you confined within boxes too small for your boundless spirit? Perhaps you've been told you're not creative enough, or strong enough, or deserving enough, and those words have echoed in your mind, becoming unwelcome narrators in your own inner world. It's time to listen closely to these echoes and question their validity, to truly discern which voices are authentically yours. To take ownership means to pause, to breathe, and to gently examine the chapters already written, not with judgment, but with curiosity and compassion. It means asking yourself if the current trajectory aligns with the deepest longings of your heart, with the quiet dreams that stir beneath the surface of your everyday life. This introspection is not about erasing your past, for every experience has shaped the beautiful person you are today. Rather, it's about understanding how those experiences inform your present and how you wish to move forward, consciously and intentionally. You have the power to learn from every page, then turn it with grace. The courage to rewrite your narrative begins with a conscious decision, a quiet declaration to yourself that you are worthy of a story that truly reflects your essence. It's about choosing to step away from the well-trodden paths that no longer resonate and forging new ones, even if they feel uncertain at first. This isn't about grand, sweeping gestures overnight, but often starts with small, deliberate shifts in mindset, in how you speak to yourself, and in the boundaries you set for your own peace. Each tiny choice becomes a brushstroke, adding vibrant new colors to your personal masterpiece. Taking ownership means cultivating a deep awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, and the motivations behind your actions. It's understanding that every moment presents an opportunity to choose how you respond, how you interpret events, and what meaning you assign to your experiences. You are not a victim of circumstance, but a powerful co-creator, constantly weaving the threads of your reality with every intention you set and every step you take. This intentionality becomes the guiding light, illuminating the path you truly wish to walk, rather than stumbling blindly through a story not your own. Your past chapters, filled with both triumphs and trials, do not dictate the entire arc of your book. They are merely foundational elements. Every setback, every moment of doubt, every misstep can be reframed not as an ending, but as a crucial plot twist, a lesson learned that propels you forward with greater wisdom and strength. You possess the incredible ability to edit, to revise, to add new characters and exciting new settings, ensuring that your story continues to evolve and deepen with every passing season. Never let a difficult page define the whole volume of your incredible life. This journey of ownership is about embracing your authentic voice, allowing it to resonate clearly and confidently through every word of your personal story. It's about celebrating your unique quirks, your passions, and the quiet wisdom that resides within your heart, understanding that these are the very elements that make your narrative irreplaceable. When you write from a place of genuine self-acceptance, your story becomes a beacon, not just for yourself, but potentially for others who are also seeking the courage to live their truth. There is profound beauty in an honest, self-authored life. To truly own your narrative is to cultivate a profound sense of self-love, recognizing that you are inherently worthy of a life filled with joy, purpose, and profound connection. It's about silencing the inner critic and replacing its harsh judgments with gentle encouragement, becoming your own most ardent supporter and advocate. This inner strength, this unwavering belief in your own capacity, becomes the bedrock upon which you build a story that resonates with authenticity and deep personal meaning. Your greatest life is built upon this foundation of self-acceptance and inner peace. Remember, your story is an ongoing creation, a living, breathing testament to your resilience, your dreams, and your incredible capacity for growth. There will be moments of uncertainty, blank pages that feel intimidating, and perhaps even chapters you wish you could skip entirely. Yet, each of these moments is an integral part of the rich tapestry you are weaving, adding depth and nuance to your unique journey. Keep writing, keep exploring, and keep trusting the inherent wisdom that guides your hand, knowing that every single day offers a fresh opportunity to add another beautiful line. So gather your courage, pick up that pen, and begin to write the story you were always meant to live. Let your voice be the loudest, your vision the clearest, and your heart the truest guide in every decision you make. This is your life, your masterpiece in progress, and the world is waiting to witness the incredible narrative only you can unfold. There is no greater power than claiming the authorship of your own existence, shaping it with intention and love. Your greatest life truly begins the moment you realize you are the author, not just a reader, of your own amazing journey. It starts when you consciously choose to take ownership of every chapter, every paragraph, and every precious word, knowing that the most extraordinary stories are those that are bravely, authentically, and lovingly written from within. The resilience factor, bouncing back stronger. True resilience isn't about avoiding the inevitable stumbles and falls that life throws our way. It's about the quiet, unwavering power to rise again, each time with a little more wisdom etched into our spirit. It's the gentle courage that whispers, "You can do this," even when the world feels loud with doubt and defeat. We often imagine strength as an unbreakable shield, but perhaps it's more like a flexible reed, bending with the storm only to spring back, rooted deeper than before. This inner spring allows us to not just endure, but to truly transform, finding new pathways where old ones crumbled under pressure. It's a testament to the human spirit's remarkable capacity for renewal, a steady flame that flickers but never truly goes out. Recognizing this strength within yourself is the first step towards embracing a life not defined by its challenges, but by your triumphant response to them. Every time you gather yourself after a setback, you're not just recovering, you're reinforcing the core of who you are, making it more robust and ready for whatever comes next. Life, in its beautiful complexity, guarantees moments where the ground beneath us feels shaky, where plans unravel, and where the path ahead seems obscured by shadows. These aren't signs of personal failure, but rather universal experiences, threads woven into the fabric of every human journey. It might be a missed opportunity, a personal disappointment, or a sudden, unexpected change that shifts your entire perspective. Embracing this truth, that difficulties are not only possible but inevitable, frees us from the exhausting pursuit of a flawless existence. Instead, we can channel our energy into cultivating the inner fortitude needed to navigate these rough patches with grace and resolve. Understanding that setbacks are part of the process allows us to approach them not with dread, but with a quiet readiness to learn and adapt, knowing that every challenge holds a hidden lesson waiting to be uncovered. It's in these very moments of struggle, when we feel most tested, that the seeds of our greatest growth are often planted. Think of a tree that weathers a harsh storm. Its roots delve deeper, its trunk thickens, and it emerges stronger, more resilient against future gales. Similarly, our personal storms, though painful, compel us to look inward, to discover reservoirs of strength we never knew existed. They force us to reevaluate what truly matters, to shed what no longer serves us, and to clarify our deepest values and aspirations. This process of reevaluation is not always comfortable, but it is profoundly transformative, shaping us into more authentic and capable versions of ourselves. Each time we push through discomfort, we expand our capacity for empathy, understanding, and an even greater sense of purpose. Bouncing back isn't a passive act of waiting for things to improve. It's an active, intentional choice to engage with our difficulties and find a way forward. It begins with acknowledging the pain or disappointment, allowing ourselves to feel the weight of it without judgment. From that space of honest acceptance, we can then begin the work of piecing ourselves back together, not necessarily to return to who we were before, but to build something new and improved. This often involves leaning on our support systems, whether they be friends, family, or mentors, who can offer perspective and encouragement when our own vision is clouded. The journey of recovery is deeply personal, yet it is rarely walked entirely alone, reminding us of the interconnectedness that fortifies our spirits. The essence of resilience lies not in the absence of fear, but in the unwavering decision to move forward despite its presence. Fear is a natural human emotion, a primal response to the unknown or to perceived threats, and it will inevitably arise when we face significant challenges. However, true courage isn't about silencing that fear. It's about hearing its whispers and choosing to act anyway, guided by our inner compass and our belief in our own capacity. This might mean taking a small, hesitant step, or it might involve a leap of faith into uncharted territory. Each time we push past fear, even slightly, we expand our comfort zone and reinforce the message to ourselves that we are capable of overcoming what once seemed insurmountable. It's through these brave, incremental acts that our confidence grows, paving the way for even greater triumphs. Every misstep, every perceived failure, holds a profound lesson waiting to be uncovered, if only we are willing to look. Instead of viewing these moments as definitive endings, we can reframe them as crucial turning points, rich with data about what works and what doesn't. A project that didn't pan out, a relationship that ended, or a goal that remained just out of reach. These aren't simply disappointments. They are invaluable feedback mechanisms. By examining what went wrong, what we could have done differently, and what external factors played a role, we gain insights that sharpen our judgment and refine our approach for the future. This process of reflective learning transforms setbacks from stumbling blocks into stepping stones, propelling us forward with greater wisdom and a clearer direction. During these demanding times, extending compassion to ourselves becomes not a luxury, but a vital necessity. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism, to replay mistakes and dwell on perceived shortcomings, believing that harsh judgment will somehow motivate us to do better. However, true motivation and healing stem from a place of understanding and kindness, especially towards ourselves. Imagine how you would comfort a dear friend experiencing a similar struggle. Offer yourself that same gentle patience, that same unwavering belief in your inherent worth. Self-compassion allows us to process our emotions, acknowledge our pain, and then move forward with a renewed sense of self-acceptance and a clear mind, rather than being bogged down by unnecessary guilt or shame. It is the soothing balm that prepares us to rise again, stronger and more whole. Each time we navigate a difficult period and emerge on the other side, we are not just recovering, we are actively forging a deeper, more resilient self. These experiences are like mental and emotional workouts, strengthening our inner muscles and expanding our capacity to handle future pressures. The courage it takes to face adversity, the patience required to rebuild, and the wisdom gained from reflection all contribute to a powerful internal reservoir of fortitude. This isn't about becoming invulnerable, but about developing a profound trust in our ability to adapt, to learn, and to persevere, no matter what life presents. Every act of bouncing back builds upon the last, creating a cumulative strength that becomes an intrinsic part of who we are, a quiet knowing that we can face anything. This journey of cultivating resilience is inextricably linked to the grander vision of crafting your greatest life. A life truly lived isn't one devoid of challenges, but one where challenges are met with an unshakable spirit and transformed into opportunities for profound growth. By embracing the resilience factor, you are not just preparing for the inevitable storms, you are actively shaping your character, deepening your understanding of yourself, and empowering your pursuit of purpose. It means approaching each day with a quiet confidence, knowing that whatever unfolds, you possess the inner resources to navigate it, to learn from it, and to emerge more aligned with your authentic self. This inner strength becomes the bedrock upon which all your dreams and aspirations can be securely built. Ultimately, the power to bounce back, to rise stronger after every fall, resides deep within you, a fundamental aspect of your human spirit. It is not something that needs to be acquired from external sources, but rather something to be recognized, nurtured, and trusted. Your greatest life is not a distant reward for avoiding all pain, but a vibrant tapestry woven from both triumphs and setbacks, each thread contributing to its unique beauty and strength. Embrace this inherent capacity for renewal. Understand that your struggles do not diminish you but refine you, and step forward with the unwavering belief that you are capable of not just surviving, but truly thriving, no matter what journey lies ahead. This is the heart of your resilience, and it is the key to unlocking the extraordinary life that is waiting for you to claim. Intentional actions for a fulfilling life. After truly owning your story and finding strength and resilience, the next courageous step is to actively sculpt the life you envision, moving beyond mere contemplation. It is not enough to simply understand yourself or to master the art of bouncing back from setback. True flourishing demands a deliberate, conscious engagement with your existence. This phase of your journey calls for a profound shift from passive observation to active creation, where every choice becomes a deliberate brushstroke on the canvas of your unfolding potential. We are invited to move beyond simply reacting to what life throws our way, and instead begin to consciously choose the paths we walk, the seeds we plant, and the vibrant gardens we cultivate, both within and around us. This is precisely where the abstract concept of a greatest life starts to take on tangible, breathtaking shape, born from the quiet, powerful conviction that you are the sole architect of your days. It's about recognizing that your rich inner world, once explored and strengthened, naturally yearns to express itself through a tapestry of purposeful living. This deliberate engagement transforms aspirations from distant dreams into lived realities, one thoughtful action at a time. Intentional actions are not just about doing more or filling your schedule. They are profoundly about doing what truly matters, aligning your outward deeds with your deepest inward truths and cherished aspirations. This means taking moments to pause and honestly ask yourself if your daily habits, your major decisions, and even your smallest gestures are truly in harmony with the core values you hold most dear. Are you genuinely spending your precious energy on pursuits that consistently ignite your spirit? Or are you perhaps merely drifting along on currents set by the expectations or demands of others? To live intentionally is to consciously become a discerning curator of your own time and energy, choosing to invest them wisely in experiences and efforts that deeply resonate with your authentic self. It's a continuous, gentle process of checking in with your inner compass, ensuring that the rhythm of your life beats in perfect sync with the unique song of your soul. This deliberate alignment brings a profound, abiding sense of peace and purpose, effectively replacing the hollow echo of unfulfilled potential with the vibrant, resonant hum of a life truly well lived. When your actions mirror your essence, you step into a powerful flow. Identifying these core values and aspirations is the foundational work that absolutely must precede any truly intentional and meaningful action in your life. It involves quiet, heartfelt contemplation, perhaps through consistent journaling, or simply allowing yourself the generous space to dream freely without the immediate filter of judgment or practicality. What truly stirs your heart and ignites a passionate spark within you, even when no one else is watching? What kind of unique legacy do you genuinely wish to build, not for the approval of others, but for the evolving, magnificent person you are actively becoming? These are not questions with quick, easy answers. They require patience, honest self-reflection, and a courageous dialogue with your innermost self. Once you begin to gently uncover these bedrock principles that define you, a clear pathway often emerges, beautifully illuminating which actions will genuinely nourish your soul and which will inevitably deplete your spirit. This newfound clarity then becomes your unwavering internal guide, a steady and reliable light in the often confusing and overwhelming landscape of daily choices. Embracing this introspective process empowers you to make decisions from a place of deep, authentic knowing, rather than simply reacting to external pressures or fleeting trends. Too often, we find ourselves living reactively, allowing external circumstances, other people's incessant demands, or prevailing societal expectations to largely dictate the rhythm and direction of our precious days. This passive approach, where you simply respond to what comes your way, can sadly lead to a persistent sense of being adrift, a pervasive feeling that life is primarily happening to you, rather than dynamically through you. Proactive living, however, courageously flips this script entirely, firmly placing you in the empowered driver's seat of your own destiny and personal narrative. It's fundamentally about consciously choosing your responses, thoughtfully designing your environment, and intentionally initiating actions that consistently move you closer to your desired reality and deepest aspirations. Instead of idly waiting for inspiration to strike, you actively cultivate it. Instead of merely hoping for positive change, you bravely become the powerful catalyst for it within your own sphere. This profound shift in mindset is incredibly liberating, transforming you from a passive passenger into the confident, capable pilot of your unique and unfolding journey. It acknowledges that while you can't control every single external event, you hold immense, undeniable power over your own intentions, your efforts, and ultimately, your direction. The very thought of making grand, sweeping changes in one go can often feel incredibly daunting, leading to a frustrating paralysis and subsequent inaction. Yet a truly fulfilling life is frequently built not on monumental dramatic leaps, but rather on a consistent series of small, deliberate steps taken with unwavering intention and purpose. Consider for a moment the profound power of a single stone gently dropped into a still pond, creating ever-widening, influential ripples that spread far beyond its initial point of contact. Your small, intentional actions have a remarkably similar, far-reaching effect. Perhaps it involves dedicating just 15 minutes each morning to a passion project that truly lights you up, or consciously choosing one specific moment daily to practice deep, mindful gratitude for what you have. These seemingly minor habits, when consistently woven together with clear purpose, form an unbreakable, guiding thread that steadily moves you forward on your path. They gradually build invaluable momentum, instill quiet confidence, and gently yet powerfully reshape your reality without ever overwhelming your spirit. Remember, even the longest and most ambitious journey always begins with a single deliberate step. And it is precisely in these small, consistent acts that true and lasting transformation ultimately resides. Intentionality isn't some grand concept reserved solely for major life decisions or momentous occasions. Rather, it truly thrives in the quiet, often overlooked corners of your daily routine. It's fundamentally about bringing a profound consciousness to the mundane, about deliberately infusing purpose and meaning into the seemingly ordinary rhythms of your everyday existence. This could beautifully manifest as choosing to truly savor your morning coffee, experiencing each sip rather than mindlessly rushing through it while already thinking of your next task. Or perhaps it means engaging fully and wholeheartedly in a conversation with a loved one, giving them your undivided attention instead of merely half listening while distracted. It might even involve something as simple as selecting your clothes with a genuine sense of personal expression and comfort, or preparing a nourishing meal with loving, focused attention. By consciously choosing how you engage with these small, recurring moments, you elevate your entire experience of life, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. You transform routine tasks into precious opportunities for joy, deep presence, and a more authentic connection with yourself, continually affirming that every single moment holds the rich potential for deeper meaning. Starting on a path of intentional action can sometimes feel profoundly daunting, especially when confronted with the heavy weight of inertia or the persistent, insidious whispers of self-doubt. The pervasive fear of failure, or paradoxically, Even the fear of success and its implications can often hold us captive, effectively preventing us from taking the growth at crucial and liberating first step. It's absolutely vital to acknowledge these very human feelings, to see them, without allowing them to ultimately define or dictate your personal trajectory. Remember always that true courage isn't the complete absence of fear, but rather the powerful and conscious decision to act boldly despite its presence. Begin with something genuinely small, something you intrinsically know you can accomplish, simply to build initial momentum and powerfully prove to yourself that you are indeed capable of intentional creation. Give yourself abundant permission to stumble, to learn valuable lessons from every misstep, and to gracefully adjust your course along the way, understanding deeply that genuine growth is very rarely a perfectly linear journey. Each intentional action you take, no matter how seemingly tiny, is a profound declaration of your unwavering belief in yourself and your boundless capacity to shape your world. At its very heart, intentional action is a profound and deeply resonant act of self-love, serving as an unwavering affirmation of your inherent worth and boundless potential. When you consciously choose to align your efforts and daily choices with your deepest desires and most cherished values, you are effectively sending a powerful, life-affirming message to yourself. I am unequivocally worthy of this fulfilling life, and I possess the innate capability to actively create it. This isn't about striving for an unattainable perfection, but rather about honoring your authentic self by consistently living in integrity with who you truly are, not who you think you should be. Every deliberate step you take, every conscious choice you lovingly make, powerfully reinforces this vital internal narrative of self-respect and personal empowerment. It diligently builds a solid foundation of trust within yourself, allowing you to know with certainty that you are actively advocating for your own well-being, your growth, and your enduring happiness. This powerful, symbiotic connection between intentional action and self-worth transforms life from a mere series of external events into a deeply personal, meaningful, and self-authored creation, where you are both the artist and the masterpiece. The profound joy that springs forth from living an intentionally crafted life is truly unlike any other fleeting emotion you might experience. It's not a superficial happiness dependent on transient external circumstances or fleeting material gains, but a deep, abiding contentment that emanates from within your very core. There is an immense, quiet satisfaction in consistently seeing your most cherished values beautifully reflected in your daily existence, in knowing with certainty that you are actively building something genuinely meaningful and true to yourself. This particular joy manifests as a steady, unwavering confidence, a powerful sense of purpose that gracefully permeates every aspect of your being and every moment of your day. It's the invigorating feeling of waking up each morning with a clear sense of direction, genuinely eager to engage with the world on your own authentic terms and with your unique contributions. This internal wellspring of joy then becomes a powerful and sustainable motivator, continuously fueling your ongoing journey of self-creation, profound growth, and purposeful living. It profoundly reminds you that true fulfillment isn't a distant destination to be passively found, but rather it is meticulously and lovingly created day by day through your conscious choices and dedicated efforts. This profound journey of intentional action is not a one-time event to be completed, nor does it possess a definitive, finite endpoint. Rather, it is a continuous, dynamic, and beautifully evolving process of becoming. As you naturally grow, learn new lessons, and experience fresh, illuminating facets of life, your core values and deepest aspirations may gently shift and expand, inevitably, requiring you to thoughtfully reevaluate and gracefully adjust your actions. Embrace this inherent fluidity, understanding deeply that true and lasting fulfillment lies in the ongoing, harmonious dance between quiet introspection and vibrant outward expression. It's truly about cultivating a lifelong practice of keen self-awareness and courageous conscious choice, always returning to the guiding question, does this specific action genuinely serve the magnificent life I am striving to create for myself? This continuous mindful engagement ensures that your life remains vibrant, deeply relevant, and authentically yours, a living, breathing testament to your unique and indomitable spirit. Your greatest life, then, is not a fixed, static state to be reached, but an ever-unfolding masterpiece, lovingly and painstakingly crafted by your own intentional hand, day after beautiful day. Celebrating small victories. Often, our gaze is fixed on the towering peak, the grand achievement that gleams in the distance, making every step taken feel insignificant against the vastness of the journey. We are conditioned to chase monumental triumphs, dismissing the quiet hum of progress that echoes daily within our lives. Yet it is in these tiny, often unacknowledged moments that the true magic of momentum resides, building a foundation beneath our feet with each deliberate stride. These aren't just minor footnotes in the story of our aspirations. They are the very chapters that sustain our spirit and illuminate our path forward. Learning to see them, to truly feel their weight and worth, transforms the arduous climb into a series of joyous ascents, each one a testament to our enduring spirit. This shift in perception is not about lowering our standards, but about enriching our experience of growth, recognizing the profound power hidden in the seemingly small. It's about understanding that the greatest life is woven from threads of consistent effort, each one a victory in itself, waiting to be celebrated. Imagine a river, not carved by a single powerful surge, but by the relentless, gentle flow of countless droplets, each one contributing to the magnificent current. So too are our lives shaped by the accumulation of small victories, individual acts of courage, discipline, and self-compassion that might appear modest on their own. These aren't just isolated events. They are interconnected threads, weaving a tapestry of progress that strengthens with every added strand. Each time you choose patience over frustration, each moment you dedicate to a craft, each boundary you gently uphold, you are adding to this powerful current. It's the consistent turning up, the quiet perseverance, the barely perceptible improvements that over time sculpt the landscape of your greatest life. This steady, almost imperceptible growth is the secret engine of transformation, proving that even the most ambitious dreams are simply a collection of these daily triumphs. Our minds often possess a powerful magnifying glass for what we lack, for the distance yet to travel, for the mistakes we've made along the way. But what if we consciously recalibrated that lens, turning its focus instead to the small victories we accumulate each day? This isn't about ignoring challenges or denying the work still ahead. It's about actively training our inner narrative to acknowledge progress, to validate effort, and to find joy in the journey itself. It means pausing to truly appreciate the small win of getting out of bed when motivation wanes, or the quiet triumph of choosing a healthier meal when temptation calls. By intentionally seeking out and recognizing these moments, we begin to rewrite the script of self-doubt, replacing it with a chorus of quiet affirmations that resonate deeply within our being. This intentional shift in perspective becomes a powerful act of self-love, creating a mental landscape where growth is celebrated, not just the final destination. Consider the artist, after countless brushstrokes, steps back to admire a small section of their painting, drawing renewed energy from that partial completion before continuing their work. Celebrating small victories serves a similar, vital purpose. It refuels our spirit and reignites our motivation, especially when the path ahead feels long or arduous. When we pause to acknowledge an achievement, however minor, we are essentially giving ourselves a powerful dose of encouragement, a tangible reminder of our capabilities and the progress we've already made. This isn't vanity, it's smart strategy, a way to maintain the internal fire that drives us forward, preventing burnout and despair. It ensures that even on the toughest days, a wellspring of past successes can be tapped, reminding us that we are indeed moving, growing, and capable of overcoming what lies ahead. This consistent self-affirmation transforms the journey from a relentless grind into a series of achievable, rewarding steps. Every small victory we claim, every deliberate step forward we celebrate, contributes directly to the masonry of our self-worth. It's like placing a solid brick into the foundation of our inner fortress, strengthening our belief in our own abilities and resilience. When we consistently dismiss our minor achievements, we inadvertently tell ourselves that our efforts are inconsequential, eroding the very confidence we need to pursue larger dreams. Conversely, acknowledging these daily triumphs, no matter how humble, confirms our inherent capacity for growth, for overcoming, for simply showing up. This practice cultivates a deep internal validation that doesn't rely on external praise or grand outcomes, but rather on the quiet, profound understanding of our own persistent effort. It teaches us to see ourselves as capable, deserving, and worthy of success, not just when we reach the finish line, but with every single step we take along the way. The grand visions we hold for our lives can sometimes feel overwhelming, like standing at the base of an enormous mountain with no visible path to the summit. This is where the art of celebrating small victories becomes a crucial guide, breaking down the seemingly impossible into a series of achievable, celebrated steps. By focusing on and acknowledging each mini peak conquered, we transform the daunting ascent into a more manageable, even enjoyable trek. Finishing a challenging task at work, completing a small portion of a creative project, or simply maintaining a new healthy habit for a week, these are all moments worthy of a celebratory pause. Each acknowledged step provides a sense of accomplishment, reducing anxiety and replacing it with a steady rhythm of progress. This approach not only makes the journey less intimidating, but also provides clear markers of our advancement, keeping discouragement at bay and our spirits high. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to rush past the quiet moments of progress, always looking ahead to the next task or the ultimate goal. However, truly celebrating small victories requires a conscious act of mindfulness, a deliberate slowing down to acknowledge the present moment and the efforts made within it. It means pausing, taking a deep breath, and allowing ourselves to feel the satisfaction of a task well done, even if it's just a small one. This practice of present moment awareness trains our minds to appreciate the journey itself, rather than solely fixating on the destination. By cultivating this habit of noticing, we become more attuned to the subtle shifts and positive changes happening within us and around us every day. This mindful appreciation not only enhances our joy, but also deepens our connection to our own evolving self, making the entire process of living more vibrant and meaningful. Life's greatest treasures are not always found at the destination, but often revealed in the texture of the journey itself, in the moments of struggle, growth, and quiet triumph. Celebrating all victories is an invitation to weave more joy into this fabric, to infuse the daily grind with sparks of delight and gratitude. It's about finding happiness not just in the grand outcomes, but in the consistent effort, the overcoming of minor hurdles, and the simple act of showing up for ourselves. When we allow ourselves to truly savor these smaller moments of success, we shift our entire emotional landscape, making the pursuit of our dreams a more fulfilling and less anxious experience. This practice teaches us that true fulfillment isn't a distant prize, but a continuous stream of experiences, each one offering an opportunity for celebration and inner contentment. Many of us harbor an inner critic, a relentless voice that often dismisses our achievements, magnifies our flaws, and insists that nothing is ever quite good enough. This voice can be particularly harsh on small victories, deeming them unworthy of recognition or praise. Actively celebrating these minor triumphs becomes a powerful counter-narrative, a defiant act against the negativity that tries to undermine our progress. By consciously acknowledging and validating our small wins, we begin to retrain this inner voice, replacing its harsh judgment with gentle encouragement and affirmation. Each celebration becomes a statement. My efforts matter. My progress is real. I am worthy of this moment. This practice slowly but surely disarms the critic, allowing a more compassionate and supportive inner dialogue to emerge, fostering a healthier relationship with ourselves and our capabilities. To truly embed the practice of celebrating small victories into our lives, it helps to create personal rituals of acknowledgement, simple yet meaningful ways to mark these moments. This could be anything from a quiet moment of reflection, writing down a daily win in a journal, sharing a success with a trusted friend, or even a small personal treat that signifies a job well done. The specific ritual matters less than the intention behind it. To consciously pause and honor the effort, the growth, and the achievement, however modest. These rituals serve as powerful anchors, grounding us in the reality of our progress and reminding us that our journey is composed of many valuable steps. By making celebration a deliberate and consistent part of our routine, We cultivate a culture of self-appreciation that fuels our drive and deepens our sense of purpose. At its heart, celebrating small victories is a profound act of self-love, a gentle embrace of our own journey, imperfections, and all. It's about recognizing that we are worthy of encouragement, praise, and acknowledgement, not just for grand achievements, but for the persistent effort of living, learning, and growing. When we celebrate ourselves, even in the smallest ways, we are affirming our inherent value and nurturing the delicate flame of our inner spirit. This practice builds a reservoir of internal strength and kindness, allowing us to face challenges with greater resilience and a deeper sense of our own worth. It teaches us that compassion begins within, and that by honoring our small triumphs, we are truly honoring the remarkable being that we are, capable of crafting a life filled with purpose and joy. The journey toward our greatest life is rarely a sprint. It is often a marathon, demanding sustained energy, belief, and unwavering spirit over time. Celebrating small victories acts as the steady, nourishing fuel that keeps our internal flame burning brightly, preventing it from flickering out during moments of doubt or exhaustion. Each acknowledged win, no matter how modest, provides a fresh surge of encouragement, a renewed sense of momentum that propels us forward, one deliberate step after another. It ensures that we don't just endure the path, but truly engage with it, finding beauty and purpose in every twist and turn. By consistently celebrating the small, we build an unbreakable chain of progress, transforming the daunting marathon into a series of joyful, celebrated milestones, leading us inevitably toward the magnificent life we are destined to create.